Welcome back, everyone. My name is Jean, and we are going to be working on part 3 of our 6x6 album. So we ended yesterday with, we did 4 pages. We did this one. Did one we put the lace on for a pocket. We did just a top flip, easy top flip. And then we did this gatefold. We have a card that slides in the front pockets and then it opens. All right, so now we're going to start with page 5. See how many we can get done today. Okay, so we need some more paper. My scraps are here. Get them over here a little closer to me and see what we can do. I need some big pieces here. I need one that's going to be 5 3/4 by 6. How wide were these ones? They look like they are about 5 3/4. Just shy of 5 3/4 anyways. Let's take a fresh piece. That was just a little close. Okay, 5 3/4 by 6. And then we need one that's going to be 5 by 5 1/2. So I have to go 5. Let's do 5 1/2 this way so we won't waste quite as much. 5 1/2 by 5. Come on, quit sliding on me. All right, so now we need a scoreboard. We're trying to make these pages as easy as possible for you beginners. Just whack my camera. Okay, so on the 6-inch side, so along the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then on the 5 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2. Okay, put that back. I run out of room when I'm working on something, a big project like this. Okay. Fold in on our score lines. Okay, now the first one, we're going to add just to the top of this page. And it'll open this way like that last page we did. I'm going to turn it so I can see. Let's use this one. So I can see and line up properly. Hope you guys are enjoying this album. Like I said, we'll do some more albums in the future. Different sizes. I thought we'd start with a basic 6x6. Okay, now we have the top. And then we're going to put this one along the top too. So we'll have like a double flip on this one. Again, we're going to line that this way. And we are going to put it even right at the edge of the rest of them. We're going to center it the best we can. Doesn't need to be perfect. Don't stress. Okay. I'm going to open it. And so now on that page, we have 1 flip, 2 flips, and then we have our big page. So a double flip on that one. Okay, so make sure. Now page 6 is going to be our waterfall. So here I know we can use up some of our scraps. So we want to cut 6 of them at 4 by 4 1/2 inches. So we're going to cut 6 at 4 by 4 1/2 inches. And then we'll be scoring on the 4 1/2 inch side. So when we get to that. So 4 by 4 1/2. need 6 of them. Okay, we got 4. 4. Half. That one's not going to be big enough. Waterfalls are pretty easy to do. Okay, now we're going to score 1/2 inch on the 4.5 inch side. All of them. So the 4.5 inch side, score at 1/2 inch. Okay. Get that out of our way. Some more mess caught here. All right. We're going to fold all these back. Oh, we actually didn't need all 6. I'm not doing the double waterfall. I'm not doing the double waterfall. I was going to originally do waterfall on both pages, but I'm not going to do that now. I changed my mind at the last minute. Well, like last night, last minute. Okay, so the first one, we're just going to leave about 1/8 to 1/4 inch along the top. See that? We'll put our first one down. I'm just going to kind of center it up there. Okay. Most important is getting your first one down lined up. Looks pretty good that way. Okay. There's one. Now our next one, we're just going to butt right up to the bottom of that fold. We're just going to butt it right up against here. And before I press that down, I like to bring my other one down and just make sure they're lined up. You see they're lined up along the sides. Okay, so now we have 2. I'm going to do the same thing with the third one. And you can put as many down as you want. I don't think it takes all 6. Maybe it does, but I don't think so. That looks really good. I think we can get one more. Glue up there. And one more and see where that goes. Yep, one more. You don't want it to go below the bottom. Perfect. You can see I actually changed my mind a couple of times. So you only need 4. So you just need to cut 4 of them, 4 by 4 1/4 or 4 1/2. And then you had the waterfall. And we will be making a closure for all that later on. Okay. Now, if you wanted, you could have put a piece of paper down below, but I'm not going to do that. I'll do that afterwards. Okay, got that page done. Page 7 is, I think we might want to do, okay, so page 7, we will put a piece down. So let me grab my pad of paper. And remember, again, we're using this one. And let me see. How much is going to show? A little bit, okay. Let's use, ooh, the cupcake's pretty. Butterfly, but that'll go with that one. Let's use this blue butterfly. So we're going to cut, this is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to go 5 1/2 again, like we did on the other one. So you want to put this down first. You want to pay attention with your layouts. I suggest watching the video first. And you can also put your pages in a different order. I didn't really care about my order. I'm just showing you guys different pages and everything. So I didn't really care about how my order went. You guys may want to pay attention. So we're going to be putting a pocket. So there's going to be a pocket going here. So the pocket's going to be going this way. So you choose how you want your pattern. Good thing about this one is it doesn't really matter which way you go with this one. So this is a good one. So I'm going to just lay this down in the middle, glue this down. Yeah, we'll do the blue. Blue, yeah, we'll do the blue on this one. That's the hard part. What color should we use? Okay, center that in there. All right, so now let's cut the pieces we need. Cut what we need here. All right, now let's cut our pocket. Our pocket needs to be 6 3/4 by 3 inches. So let's take some of these little strips and see what they are. I have a bunch. Most of these are not going to be 3 inches, are they? Nope. All right. So we need 3 inches by 6 3/4 for that one. And that's going to go right on there. So that one. Then we need a piece that's 5 by 5 3/4. Let's see what this is. This is going to be, nope, that won't work. It'll work that way. So is it a 5? So this way is perfect 5 3/4 and 5. So that scrap works nice. All right, so that's all we need for those. Okay, so now we need the scoreboard back. Now on the 5-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, then on your pocket, you're going to score 1/2 inch on each of the short sides. So at 1/2 and at 5 1/2, and then one long side to make our pocket. So you see it's scored on this side, the bottom, and the other side. Okay, now we want to just clip our little corner where that's square. We don't want that square. So let's just clip that away. And I fold it back. Okay. Now we're gonna put it, I'm gonna put it along this. You can put your pocket wherever you want. You can put it down here if you want. You can put it here. I'm gonna go right along here. I think I did cut my pocket short, but that's okay. So we're gonna put our pocket right down here. And that's why you want to put paper down. You didn't have, you could have kind of cut paper and, but like I said, you choose how you want to put your designer paper down. Okay, now we're just going to center this. My flaps are in the way. So right to the bottom of the designer paper and then center it both ways. And I will take my little bone folder and kind of go in there. Help flatten it down a little bit too. Okay. Here's my pocket. So now this piece, we're going to fold that flap back over and we are going to put it so we're going to match it up to the end of this designer paper. You can go all the way to the end if you want. I'll make it easy and all of them will just go right to the end. Or you can match it with the designer paper, but we'll go to the end. We'll kind of make them all consistent. So put that, line that up. Make sure it's down good. Now you have a side open, and then you'll have a little tuck space for pictures or whatever. So we have that page done. And we'll be putting magnets to close everything down later on. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that was page 7. Now we're going to be on to page 8. And I've got more glue on me again. Let's see. Okay, this is the fun page. So we want to first, we're going to need a piece. We're going to need a background piece on this one. So we need to put that down first. Again, we'll cut that at 5.5 by 5.5. After this album, this one I'm trying to keep so you see as much cutting and everything as possible. But our next albums, I'll be doing a lot of cutting ahead of time and just telling you the sizes. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot of very long videos. Okay, so we're going to put this one down just in the middle again. Again, I will link all my products in the description that I used, or as many of them as I can. Okay. Got that down. Okay, we didn't want that quite down quite yet, so I'm just going to pull up this bottom. We didn't want that down quite yet. Okay, so now we need another piece, and I am going to use this one. Before this totally dries, I'll put this piece on. So now this piece is going to be, okay. Again, 5.5 by 5.5. And let's try to cut it Let me see. We can take a little bit off the top. I don't know if I want to take a 1/2 inch though. Let's see how we can do this so not to lose too much. We're going to have to lose something, that's for sure. Take a little bit off of here. That's not so bad. We need it to be 5 1/2, so we're going to have to sacrifice a little bit up here. And then come along here. I'm not going to lose too much. And then what do we got along here? 5 1/2. Not too bad. Okay. So this page, we're going to be putting a brad through here, through here. Okay, so we're going to line this up. I pulled just enough up of the bottom page. I'm going to kind of eyeball middle and poke. Let's see how far my flower goes down where I need to poke the hole. Right about here. Just take your pokey tool or whatever. You can take a punch if you have a little punch, but you don't need a big hole, so I just take my little pokey tool and open your brad. And that's why you don't want to put that piece down first. Okay, now we'll run some glue back down there and glue that up. I knew I was going to do that. I said to myself when I was making this, like I've been writing little notes down on my little cards here to make sure I don't make these mistakes, and I make these mistakes anyways. Like, you don't want to put that page down until you put the brad onto it. Okay, I'm only gluing the bottom piece down, not gluing this top piece down. This top piece will slide like that. But we are going to put some little gatefold doors on up here. Okay. Okay, so next we need a 4 1/2 by 4 again. Two 4 1/2 by 4s. And I don't think I have nothing, and here's one yet. There's a couple yet. The 4 1/2. There's one. Yeah, try to pre-plan these out and you're still going to forget something, I'll tell you. Okay, 2 of them. And we are going to score on the 4-inch side. So along the 4-inch side, we're going to score a 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Okay. Trying to watch our little time here. I think we're doing okay so far. I was hoping to get all the pages, but I'm not sure. All right, so I'm just going to move this aside, and we're just going to put one down here on the edge. So we're going to line it up onto the top corner. So along the top and along the side. Okay. I hope this isn't too difficult for some of the beginners. It's really pretty easy. You might just have to rewind a few times. And you could put these 2 pages down, of course, first, the gatefold. But if you do like me and, you know, forget the process, this works fine too. I'm just going to pull that up over this way, out of our way. And then we're going to put the other one on this side. Same thing, we'll line it along the top and we'll line it, stay away from the fold though. Come on, glue. Okay, so we're going to line it up along the top here. And make sure I stay away from the fold. Now you have an interactive page, so slide that open, and you got 2 doors to open. Then we'll have magnets here, and we will have a magnet on there also. All right, that's page 8. Was I too high for that? I don't know if you guys seen that. Slide that down, and it'll open. And we'll slide that back up. Beautiful. Love that pattern. Okay, number 9, page 9 we're at. Hopefully we'll get all the pages done. And this one's going to be, let's see, a double flip we're going to do on this one. I know we did a different double flip. This is a little different than the other one. So you need 5 3/4 by 6, 2 of them, 5 3/4 by 6. Jean. Don't do 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so need 5 3/4 by 6. Do 2. Now we're going to score a 1/2 inch on the 6-inch side. I love albums. Albums can be very time consuming. And doing them on video too is a little more time consuming. Trying to make sure I'm showing you guys all the steps. All right. Still a lot to do with this album though. Okay, so now I'm going to do my flip. I'm going to do a flip up. And then we're going to do a flip down. So first one we're going to glue. We'll glue to the top of the page. So I'll flip this so I can see the top of my page. Okay, get that out of my way. Just put this right even with the top. Make sure it's even along the side. Don't worry, once we magnet all this down, it won't be flapping around like it is right now. It's kind of getting in my way. Okay, open it up. Okay, got the flap up. Okay, now that one goes up. We'll put that up for a minute. And now we're going to put one right at the bottom. You'll have lots of spaces for pictures, or just writing, or just whatever you want to put. And you can use this one as a baby album, a kid's birthday album. Just make sure your sides are even along there. I got one up, one down. Okay. There's that one. That's page 9. I'm hoping to get all the pages done here, guys. Page 10. Can you see how thick we're getting? But not too thick yet. Okay. Now page 10 is going to move some of this out of my side here. Now we're going to make like a little envelope. Okay, so move that aside. Okay, our first piece, we're going to have to take a long sheet. Let's take a full sheet. Move some more stuff out of my way. Okay, we need a 4 3/4. So 4 3/4 long, cut that to 4 3/4 first by 10 1/2. This will make sense to you when we do it. Okay, so 10 1/2. 4 3/4. First one is 10 1/2 by 4 3/4. Cut one, okay? But we're going to finish cutting first. We want to cut 3 pieces that are 4 by 3 1/2. So what do we got here? Should be 3 1/2. So we want 3 of these that are 4 by 3 1/2. 1, 2, and 3. And I think that's all our cutting. Scoreboard. Now on the big one, we're going to score on the 10 1/2 inch side. We are going to score at 2 inches, 2 inches, and then we're going to score again at 6 1/2. Okay. Okay, and these little ones, we are going to score on the 3 1/2 inch side. Can you see it there? 3 1/2 inch side. We are going to score 1/2 inch. Okay, that's all the scoring. Okay, now let's take this one first. And I'm not going to put a page down because no, I'm not going to put a page down on this one. You can, if you want, watch what I do first. And then if you decide you want to put a page, but I don't think I will. Now we are going to fold this. Just kind of make sure it lines up properly. So we make a little envelope out of it. Now we are going to glue this down right in the middle, okay? But we are only going to glue 3 sides. We're going to leave a back pocket, okay? So just put glue on 3 sides. Leave the top open. So we're going to go down one side, go along the bottom, and then we'll go back up the side. Okay, center it in the middle, best you can. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'll open it up. Get my rag here. Smooth it all down. See, so you see how, this book is getting rather bulky, so when we're working on it, that's why my next book, we are going to do the pages first, and then we'll insert them in a book. But because I know I have a lot of beginners, I didn't want you to get your pages upside down and mixed up. That's why we're doing it this way. Doesn't matter which way, it's going to be whichever way is easiest for you. Okay, so now we're going to have our little envelope. So now we're going to take our cute little, we're going to make like a little book. Score all them, fold them all, crease them down a little bit. Now all we're going to do is just glue one on top of the other. We're going to make ourselves a little book, okay? So we're just going to glue one on top of the other one. Nothing too hard. It's got a nice effect, but it's not that hard to do. Okay, so we just glue those together. One side. And let's glue the last one on top. sure we get them together good as possible. And now we have like a little book, more pictures, or just writing. Now we're going to take this and we're going to glue this down in the middle, but we're only going to glue the flap down, okay, so that you can open the whole thing and put something behind it yet. So we're just going to put glue on the flap. Center it in the middle. Okay, now you have this cute little book. And close this up, and then you have, find a shorter piece, a pocket behind. So you can still put stuff behind. Okay. So don't worry, they'll all get magnet down. So we're getting there. We just got, what, 2 pages, 11 and 12 to go. Okay, let's get this out of our way so we don't repeat those. And then we're going to go to page 11. Get some of these out of our way here so that I can see what I'm doing. All right, there you go. All right, so 4, I think I want to do that on the last page. I'm going to flip, I think. No, I think we'll do that on this page. All right, so now we're going to need to cut. Let's see, what do I have for pieces left here? Okay, we need 2 at 5.5 by 4 1/4. So what we got here? That's not 5.5, but we can go this way. 4 1/4 by 5.5. Oh, I thought I did have 5.5, but I didn't. I think I cut that the wrong way. Yep, that would be me. Okay, try that again. 5.5 by 4 1/4. There, you get to see all the mistakes with me. Jennifer won't edit those out. Let's see if I got another big piece down here. Okay, 5.5 by 4 1/4. For me, it's easier if I have everything cut out ahead of time instead of doing it, but I want to do this video start to finish kind of. Okay, 4 by 5 3/4, we need 2, and I don't think I have anything big enough down here anymore. Okay, so go to 5 3/4. 5 3/4 by 4. Sometimes I gotta think about my cut, which way I'm gonna get the most out of it. Okay. Okay. Oop, almost dropped everything. That would be pretty. All right, so now all of these are gonna be scored the same way. So on the 4, there's one, 4 1/4 side, we are going to score at a 1/2 inch. 4 1/4, 1/2 inch. 4 1/4, 1/2 inch. And then this one, on the 4-inch side, we are going to score at a 1/2 inch. And at a 1/2 inch. Okay, get that. Ball. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take the smaller ones, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 first. I'm going to take those two first. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then these ones are going to go on each side, and we're going to kind of center them. There's going to be just a little bit top and bottom. So we'll put one on first, one side. This is like a quadruple fold flap. Okay. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm trying to see if I have it centered pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, now let's go on the other side. I'm going to put the other one down. Like that. And I'm going to make sure it lines up with the other door before I smash it down. This is like the longest album I'm doing so far. After this, not so much. Okay, that lines up nicely. Okay. Now we're going to open these up. And then we're going to put one at the bottom. Okay, line one at the bottom. Make sure my doors are going to close. Which don't matter because these are going on top. Okay. And let's go to the top. You guys will be sick of me after you watch these videos. These are turning into long. Okay, now before I smash all the way down, I want to make sure that my other one lines up with it so that when you close it, they look good. Okay. Okay, so now you have the 4. And I'm going to close the 2 bottom ones in first. And close that up and close that up. Okay. So we're on our last page. This one is going to be like another cute little gatefold. When we're going to have a piece of paper again. So I think on this one, I think we'll do the cupcakes. So we need to put, this will be for the doors. So we can put the doors in first, but we're going to need this piece of paper. A different type gatefold. So first we need, okay, had to do a 3 3/8. Sorry about that, but okay, so for we need 5 3/4. 5 3/4 by 3 3/8. Okay, hold that there. Okay, 3 3/8. And I need, let's see, so will that one be big enough? No. Let's see if I have any more scraps in here that will work for this. You accumulate a lot of scraps. Nope, I don't see one. Bummer. Okay, 5 3/4 again. 3 3/8, which I just cut that one wrong, but that's okay. All right, our 2 doors. Our scoreboard. All right, we're going to do a score 1/2 inch on the 3 3/8 side. Score 1/2 inch on both of these. Our little doors. Put this over here. Now these are going to go on each side like that. And you just want to butt up to each other. You don't want them overlapping. Okay, so let's glue those down. Okay, I'm going to go right to the edge on the side. Make sure I'm even along top and bottom. It starts to get pretty bulky. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it to the other side. I'm going to lay this one down. We're going to match the doors. All right, so I'm going to match the doors here and then lay it down. All right, now we need a little piece that's 2.5 by 2.5. I know we have some small pieces here. Two and a half. Okay, now this we are going to put here only on one side, and it's going to act as our closure. But before you put this down, you want to put your piece on this side. So we'll just do the one side. So we'll go, because it's not quite, we'll go 2, I don't want to do 1/8 for you guys, so we'll do 2.5. I don't want to do it 2.5 by 5.5. I don't want to do it. So let's take our cupcake home. We'll go 2.5 by 5.5. If you want to do some 8s and you want to make a, you know, smaller border around there, you can do that. Okay, I'm just going to do this one side for now. We're just going to glue this down on this side. Center this in the middle. Now, I'm not doing this side because we'll have to put a magnet, but we're not going to do the magnets in this episode. Okay, then we're just going to glue this in the middle, or you can go down or you can go up, but I'm going to go right in the middle. And I'm going to do it so I get 1/2 and 1/2 on each side. So visualize that, or however you need to do that. If you need to measure. Okay, I'm going to close the door. Then I'm going to do my best centering it, looking in the camera. There. Now we'll be putting paper here, magnet here to close all that down. So we're going to stop here today. We will be putting just a pocket on each side of the inside of the covers. So this is what we got so far. So we have to flip through our pages quickly before we go. Got just the one flap there. Here we have the card with the gatefold. Different way to close your gatefold. I got 2 different ways now. Here we have like a double flip. Here we have, this isn't an interactive rain waterfall. I didn't do the interactive in this book for you. Here we have, we're going to open, and then we have a little pocket. Here we have the slide. Then we open inside. And here we have up and down flaps. Here we have like the little envelope with the little book inside. And this should be our quad flips. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can fold that over any way you want. And here we end with our gatefold with the piece. So that's part 3 is done. That was a long one. Jennifer will edit some of it down, I know, so it won't be so long for you guys anyways. So we'll see you guys in the next one for part 4. I hope you guys are enjoying this album and getting some ideas on how to do different pages. I'm only touching, there's lots of other ways to do pages. I'll see you guys in part 4. Bye, everyone.